Good. How are you? Thank you. Thank you. And I'm a spitter. Thank you. It smells really good. Hopefully, it's good. Ohio. Hot Boy remix. I have a lot of stuff in my phone I need to edit. I just haven't felt like doing it. I got this shit called I got some more. I still have stuff coming. Two of the things I have coming, I have to figure out how to take back. I'm gonna keep probably. I don't know if I would keep. I might take all three of them back. Honestly, that'll be a couple $100 I have to get back. It'd be like almost $400 I get back. I'm probably getting all that shit back. The jewelry I have coming in. I'm a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio. What's your sign? I'm a Scorpio. What's your sign? I already read the Bible today. I read the Bible every day. What did you read today? Besides Instagram. I did a whole hour Bible study today. I read the Bible every day. I don't have a favorite show. Thank you. As far as what? Dancing or singing? Sure. Um, the reason why I say Michael is because I feel like Michael's originalness and his era paved the way for other people to be expressive. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna pick Michael because he's older. And I'm sure he probably inspired Chris Brown. I would almost bet my last dollar on it. That's probably why he got into dancing. Hi. I would just ask him a lot of questions, depending on how much time I had. If it was just a hi, I would just say hi. But if I was going to say like something else, mm-mm. Miss Carrie, baby. In a second. What's your question? I would sell it. I would keep it forever. I want to go for a walk, but I want to listen to music. So I'm like, damn, don't want to go live or listen to music. That's why I hate this iPad. Like, I need to get one that's connected to service so I can carry that bitch around, put it in my bag, have my music on. Like that's what needs to be next. I think that'll be what's next. There'll be Wi-Fi everywhere. That would be so nice. But it's probably sketchy. They'll probably be hacking your phones and shit. Really? See, I be coming up with all sorts of ideas. You know what's crazy? Is I could really be a criminal, but I'm glad that I have a conscience. Like if I was a different person, but I was as smart as I am, oh my god, I would probably be a really good scam. But I would never do it because, bitch, I'm not going to prison. I don't know how y'all do it. Y'all not afraid? Bitch, I am. Am I the only person that's gonna say this? Fuck. I was in jail for 2 days. Couldn't do it. Like, what? Thank you. How would you know if it's authentic, though? Okay. I'm never lonely because there's always God around me in my spiritual town, and I'm definitely not lost. I'm definitely not the one that's lost. I'm gonna leave it on that. Thank you. Thank you. They ran out of girls, them sugar, them girls and with best lover. I didn't delete it. There's nothing in this world that I want to. At this time in my life, I just been vibing. I just want to be to myself right now. I want you to fix this. Thank you. Yes, we love Shaggy. Baby, girls and it girls, them sugar. I don't know. There's nothing in this world. It is. Oh, it's really my shit. What does that mean? No. Literally. Nothing sucks worse than a sore loser. Still lost. Don't be a sore loser. It's not going to change the outcome. What's a regulator? Yeah. There's nothing in this world that I wouldn't do. on my skincare. I drank some bone broth this morning. I'm doing my skincare almost every day. For a while, I never did skincare. Like, I really didn't. They always used to compliment me, but now that I'm actually, like, trying, I see a difference already, and it's only been about a week. It's crazy. Maybe the skincare girlies do know something. I'm probably going to delete this anyway. Hollow 0.6. Yes, I keep forgetting. They sell grinders, I think, around the corner. Thank you. I don't even know what I laughed at. Thank you. DOE. People think I changed once because I'm living good. That's the way I like it. I'm definitely not. Oh, I'm not mad. Just don't fuck with you. It's a big difference. Still not going to change your destiny. Do you have HIV? I know. Oh my God. I know what God was trying to tell me. Because yesterday I was talking about how Nipsey died 3 days before Jesus died. And he is 333, and he died at 33, and Jesus died at 33. And then how when Jesus died, that's what God was trying to tell me. It just clicked on me. I don't know what. Then the candles went out to 3, and then it went out to 1. 31st, that's when he died. 3-1. That's what God was trying to tell me. This is why he sat me down. So I'm not distracted. He's trying to tell me stuff. This is why he sat me down. 3-1. 31st. 3. 3 times 1 is still 3. And then he died 3 days before Jesus actually died. And it was the story of his resurrection. Damn, God really does be listening to me. He always answers my questions. Is that what you trying to tell me that he's listening to me? Because I be feeling like he don't. It's like, I don't know, he be showing me he does. Because the Bible flew open to thieves. I swear to God, y'all, that shit just said, oh. And it did it in a way, it grabbed my attention. And then I just called these bitches thieves right before that happened. And then I already said yesterday that God was sick of these bitches. And that was confirmation. He's sick of these bitches. He does listen to these. Well, he listens to all of us. Some of us, he just doesn't show up. He said that too. He said, don't call for him. He's not going to answer. You basically said what I said yesterday. I said you're gonna be in that bed. You're gonna be calling for God. He's gonna say I didn't know you. He confirmed exactly what I said, almost the same exact words that I said, which is scary. I ain't worried about nothing. I was right. So he really was the spook who sat under the door. He really was undercover the whole time. His whole life was undercover. It's like God wanted to see the suffering that was going on. And then you think about the domino effect after Nipsey's death. A lot of bad shit started happening after that. Nobody got away with anything. It was a domino effect. A lot of bad shit started happening to a lot of people. That's the part they don't tell you. And it's still happening. And that is Queen Jezebel. That is who eliminated the prophet and multiple prophets. Not just the prophet, multiple prophets. Well, y'all have fun. Even Shook Knight got locked up. Everybody who was anything around that man, because when I read that book, I really think that that was a book of confessing who was all involved. I don't think I don't think that that was an accident. And I don't think it was an accident that I read that book. I think every single name that he put in that book was somebody who had something to do with his death. I don't think that that was him showing love. I think that that was his way of saying everybody in that book was in on him. And there was a lot of names in that book. A lot. It's okay, because their life was going to shit. Now I'm starting to think that heart failure wasn't because of me. No, 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 my dear friend. Now it's making sense. It's clicking. Everybody who was in on that shit is going through it. Same with Mac Miller. Look at that bitch. She looks sick as fuck. And she has digressed over the years. It was so bad to the point that they were accusing her of being on Ozempic. Look at her. They're saying, oh, she's changing, she's becoming demonic. No, she's sick. And I'm sure the surgeries are what's hiding it and making it look better. It's probably way worse. That's why these bitches spend millions of dollars on surgery. I'm sure it's way worse. That bitch is like she's 100 pounds soaking wet. And there's nothing wrong with being skinny, but there's healthy skinny and then there is sick skinny. And there is a big difference. Mac Miller was a prophet. Kids, divine feminine, those were all inner workings from God, putting messages into the world for those who are enlightened and can get them. He came out the gate with Kids. What is Kids about? Kids is a movie about an old man who had HIV and was having sex with virgins on purpose and passing around HIV. That's what the movie Kids is about. Why would he name an album after that? And even have a scene from the movie in the album? Mac Miller was a prophet. DMX was a prophet. Nobody talked about God more than him. He may not have been perfect. You can tell the difference between prophet success and demonic success. Look at how DMX made a crowd go crazy. That's a prophet. Demonic success is here today and gone tomorrow. It's going to Rolling Loud and nobody knowing none of your songs. That's the difference. Think about how many people Nipsey touched. Prophet. They have statues of him in other countries. And he wasn't even that big, quote unquote, of an artist. I think Bernie Mac was a prophet. I know for a fact Michael was. Michael was the biggest. They don't care about us. All them speeches he gave, he completed his journey. That's why God said, come home. He completed what he was supposed to do. God was with them the whole time. They just probably didn't know it. Even in bad situations, God was right there, watching it happen. Yep. Prince was a prophet. His protesting, his changing his name, his exposing. He wouldn't even work with people if they didn't own their masters. That's a prophet. You are ingraining something in somebody in a robot's mind. A devil's child's spirit. You're imprinting something in their mind. That's a prophet. And that's why he had to go. That was dangerous. And then y'all did all this to still end up, it all's going to crumble in the end anyway. So then, not only that, you have to deal with all that. It's all going to crumble anyway. Maybe not today. Maybe not even right now, but not too much longer. Now I want to go get my Bible, like, because he wanted me to read the part that he left on my floor today. It was the part about when Moses was spent to go free the people, and the Pharaoh wouldn't let him free, and it was on the part where the plague came, and that's where we're at right now. He's letting a lot of God shit happen until you get it. It's not a coincidence, and then he's even letting me expose it so you know where it came from. That's my job, so you know where it came from until you get it. I don't think you're getting it yet. So he did a lot of rain, and the river almost flooded. He's about to turn it up a notch. And it's only going to get worse until you stop. Even his name. I think his name has something to do with, what does Emerus mean? It's not a coincidence. Let me go look and see what Emerus means. See, I wasn't sure if Nipsey was bad or good. Sometimes it's hard to tell because it'd be so much faking going on. You don't know who's a bad person or a good person. And it's a big distinct difference. You can be a good person and still make fucked up choices sometimes. But it's a big difference between making some mistakes or just being a terrible person. There is a total difference. I think that people don't correlate the two. Let's see, so I'm trying to find his real name. It's Emerus, but I just want to make sure I spell it right. Oh, it's Ermius. Ermius. Do you know what his fucking name means? God will rise. His name means God will rise. He died in 2019. See, now this timeline is starting to make sense. 2020 was a great year for me. God sabotaged it because I was going down the wrong path, and that's not the path that He wanted me to go down. So He had to sabotage it, bring me closer to Him, put me through all these character development problems so I could become the best person I could be, and then bring me back. God will rise. What does that mean? And then divine feminine, we don't know what that means. That was embracing women. Why would that be a problem? Homosexuality runs rampant across the world to the point where it takes over. Literally. That was his last. And then he was supposed to drop a 3-part disc. It was supposed to be 2 more albums that were connected to the divine feminine. 3. And I think God took them, even though they think that they were the ones who did it, because whatever it is that they wanted him to do that he wasn't willing to do, God didn't want him to do it, so God took him before it happened. And I don't know what it could have been. It could have been a series of things. These people are weird as fuck. It could have been a series of things. He might have got along and did some of the shit, but there's probably something that he didn't want to do, whatever it was. I can't even say what it was because there's so many possibilities of what it could have been. Even though they think that they did that, but they didn't do that. God did that. And I'm starting to wonder if it was to wake me up. I'm trying to figure out who was a good person and who was a bad person. And I was right. See, if so many people were in that book, and I swear, that even when I was reading the book, it was kind of like my mind was kind of thinking that. Like, it was kind of like I was getting that, but I didn't say that. It started making my mind, like, connect dots. It made me feel that way when I was listening to the book. Like, certain parts were like, that's suspicious. Not gonna lie to you. That was his confessional of who did it. Everybody in that book. And there was key people who were in that book. And I was absolutely right about Takeoff. I'm not saying that he was a prophet, but I'm saying I was right about the people who were behind that, because the same person who was behind that was also in on Nipsey. It's all clicking together. And this is why bitches aren't dropping albums, because they're busy behind the scenes doing crime. Mm. I just feel guilty. That's what people think. Like, y'all think I'm sad because of me. Oh, no. That's not because of me. I'm sad because I know my stomach is bubbling. Like, shit is going to be so bad. Mm. No, I'm trying to think about Takeoff. I really don't feel his energy very much. But that's because I never really, like, I have to, like, listen to him or something. I have to, like, feel his energy. Nothing. It's just going to be really bad. Oh, even that whole when he first came out and he said who he wanted to date, and then he ended up dating somebody else. Yep, she was in on that. That's why he showed me that. That was even in the book. She was in the book too. Oh, baby. And it's so funny for me because niggas will shit on me for bitches that are going to end up setting them up. crazy. God definitely blocked that from happening. That was God. Oh, fuck no, Nancy. What the fuck is wrong with you? Have a little class. No, but for real. The fuck? That's what you wanted? But you know what? He's a very calculated person. He probably didn't want her. He probably just wanted to use her for clout like everybody else does and then dump her off. Nipsey, that is what he wanted. That was what he was going to do. I promise you. I know. That is not your vibe. Like, maybe I had it, but to wipe, you know that is not you. Stop it. That is just, wow. Stop lying. He was just going to use her like everybody else. Because, see, he was in the beginning stages of his career, and he was desperate to get off the hood. He's calculated. Fuck that. That's the honest to God truth. Because that really threw me off. I'm like, and not like ugly, but just ugly. That is not your vibe at all. You go to Africa and you like African women, and you know what I'm saying? What the fuck? You go date somebody that would hug you. Oh, that's what happened. Now it all makes sense. And that's what they tried to do with Kanye, but I do believe Kanye is a prophet. That's why he is protected. They've tried to take Kanye out multiple times. Even though he may not be a perfect person, think about all the drills and all the things that he dropped. Even think about Jesus, Walk With Me, Blood Diamonds from Sierra Leone. George Bush doesn't like black people. Y'all see it as being crazy. No, he's speaking to the people. Who do you think is telling him to do this show? Exposing the Jews, his Sunday services, even getting fired from Yeezy and getting his deal back from Adidas. The shit that happened with Adidas. They tried to make him no longer a billionaire no more. They tried to say that he was mentally unstable. He got threatening text messages from people who be getting rid of people, but he's still here. Profit. And you can tell he's protected. They tried to kill him before he even was big. He got into a car accident and survived. Who do you think let him survive? They probably tried to get rid of him multiple times. He's protected. He even says things like, I am a god. What he really means to say is he's a prophet. Just misuse of words. But he is. He's a prophet. There's only one God. Even his songs, All Falls Down, there's always messages. Hail Hitler, Prophet. He's low key always been behind kind of exposing shit. Even the shit with him and Drake. He exposed the baby. Who do you think did that? Why do you think maybe now that's why God did that? Because he knew how in love I was with that nigga. And I always used to say that. And now that's starting to make sense. That's starting to make because he knew he's not the person that I thought he was. God seen the underneath, the behind the scenes, but I didn't see that. So I was in love with like an image, but the image is not real. It's a mask. Even my ex, he did a photo shoot with a mask and the mask coming off. Why would God want me to see that? There's a mask. This is crazy. And then I even think that's why the Chris Brown and Rihanna thing happened. Because I used to be so in love with Chris Brown. And I think God wanted me to see. Like I'm telling you, now I'm going back and thinking about everything that ever happened. But see, me, I'm so loyal. I'm just like, I got shit to do. Oh my God. Like, God's like, this is who you like? And I sure that that was not the first time that that happened. That was probably the worst time that it happened. That definitely wasn't the first time that he put his hands on her. That was just the worst time. I would bet my last dollar on that. I'm familiar with abusers. They never just beat your ass that bad the first time. It doesn't happen like that. There's microaggressions. And it's basically to test you to see how much you're going to take. Narcissist 101. And then y'all say she was so much older than him. No, she's probably still stuck at the age of 14 where her life changed. Or however old she was. She's probably mentally still there. I'd be calling these bitches childish. No, that's because they're mentally still stuck when they were first abused. That's where their mind is still at. That's what happens when you go through abuse. Mentally still stuck at the age that you were abused. They're not childish, they're abused. Okay, bye. I think Nas is definitely a prophet. And the reason why I say that is because listen to his music. And then Ether came out to expose a lot of shit. Y'all just didn't care what he said. Y'all just didn't give a fuck. He said a lot in that. And y'all just walked past it. Definitely a prophet. And then even think about his success outside of music. That's because God will always, you can never take anything away from a prophet. If you try to take something away, God will bless them, even though his music was never taken away from him. But I'm just saying, God will bless them in other areas. It's like, who do you think told the nigga to invest in the ring camera? Those ideas come from God. Though we don't do anything. Now I'm starting to. It's like now I'm trying to figure out who is who. This is fun. And the problem is that's what the shift was. You can tell there was a shift in music. It was from prophets to demons. The vibration was changed to a demonic vibration. The content of the music has completely changed. The way that even we dress. Like we was sexy in the 2000s, but some of y'all. And I dress sexy too, but I'm still classy when I come out of the house. What I wear in the house is my business. When I come out of the house, it's totally different. I don't even wear shorts like that. See, it's all making sense. There was definitely a shift. It just happened in front of our face and we just didn't see it. But the shift costed everybody a lot. Think about it. Why do you think everything is failing? All those people that you had around you that you were successful with is because of God. Now you're around people who only worship the devil and you're having no success. But you think your success comes from the devil. Tupac was a prophet. Biggie was definitely not a prophet. God already told me that. He confirmed that to me in a conversation that we had. Biggie was bad. Tupac was a prophet. He may not have been perfect. He was a prophet. Even think about Death Row going to crumbles. It was at the height of its success when who was around? The prophet. They were protected when who was around? The prophet. You eliminate the prophet, then what happens? You lose all your protection. That's how you can tell the difference between demonic and a prophet. Look at your circle, who you're around. Is it fruitful? You could even look at, you could say, Rock Nation. can tell. Think about the height of this nigga's career and his success and when all the good things were going in his life. And then look at what happens. When he started going in other directions. And you can't use a prophet. As soon as God sees that you're trying to use somebody, he's going to take everything away from you, including the person. You can't use a prophet. If you're not genuine, God will know. He can see your thoughts. You can't think of who else was a prophet. I think Justin Bieber is a prophet, but I don't think God has activated him yet. But I think God is definitely going to use him in a big way. It's just not time yet. He's keeping him hidden until it's time. He's going to be the key to a lot of shit. He's just scared, but he don't got to be afraid. Yeah, he's going to be used in a major way. He's going to expose a lot of shit. It's just not time. He's not activated yet. But God is bringing him closer to him right now. He's getting more into God, and he's getting a better relationship with God, and that's what, yeah, he's not activated yet. And I even think that's why God gave him a baby, because it's a difference when you have nothing to live for. But now he actually has something to live for and a reason to want to see a change. I don't know. I'm in my head right now thinking about some shit. And I think that even then, like I think he's been trying to tell me stuff without telling me stuff because he's afraid. But I think now that I'm going back and I'm looking at some of the stuff that has came in my feed, he was definitely trying to tell me something. And I know what he was trying to tell me and I know why he was trying to tell me. Yeah. Now I understand what he was saying to me. It's okay because I know just because I don't speak on things, I understand when you guys are communicating things with me. It's just some things I just keep to myself. But I understand what you're trying to tell me. I understand. I just didn't speak on it. Mm, that's what he was trying to tell me. I know what he was trying to tell me. Now I know why he was on house arrest. I know what he was trying to tell me. Now I understand. That's what he was trying to tell me. But he's not going to say it because he's kind of ashamed. But I understand what you were trying to tell me. It's okay. It's handled. It will be handled. Don't worry.